Hello folks, Ryan here with Natural Aquariums, and today I'm at a very special place and we're looking at what I would call a very special aquarium. I'm sure most of you know Chris with Multi-Tank Addiction. He lives in the same town as I do here, and invited me over today for his live stream, so I hope you got a chance to check that out. If not, I'm sure it'll be uploaded and you can view the replay. But he was kind enough to let me take a little video of this aquarium. It's a custom built plywood aquarium. I think 566 gallons. Yeah, it's just this thing is amazing. It's enormous. He's got a really beautiful Biotope aquascape in here, South American, as you can tell from the beautiful fish.
There's 3 blue acaras, 6 Peruvian ultums, 1 gold angelfish, a Bolivian ram. There was 15 black neons, but there's 7 left now.
Yeah.
And there's like
Black neons. I didn't even notice them.
Yeah, I wanted to have ditherfish in there too, so the angels would be chill. And eventually, when there's finally hatchet fish again, I will have a half a dozen silver hatchets.
Yeah, so some wonderful fish in here. Awesome aquascape. You know I love the plants, and you got a nice natural look here with the Java ferns and the Nubius and some Amazon swords down there. I like the contrast of the like light colored rocks too. Very nice.
Amazon's predominantly sand, but I didn't have 300 pounds of sand. So
Yeah.
150 pounds of gravel that had sand mixed in with it.
I like the combo of gravel and sand. I run that
Another
a fair
thing
amount.
that I was considering was adding some geophagus to it as my bottom feeders.
Oh, okay. They can sift through it.
Yeah, and the plants aren't planted in any sand. All the plants are either on logs or they're planted in the back in gravel. So the geos should leave them alone.
Well, yeah. Once those swords, take off, their roots are just going to be huge. It's going to be tough for them to pick those up. So yeah, some geos would be very cool in here.
And then what I was saying before was I wanted to get some silver hatchets because one of the sponsors of the tank is, because he donated so much, I told him he could pick any fish from the Amazon and I would add that to the tank as part of his perk for such a large donation.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Because he paid for the entire stand.
Really?
All the lumber for the stand.
Wow.
So
how kind of him.
Bradley Park. It's the name on the rock right there on the front of the tank.
Oh, okay, yeah. I should show
Those
that
people
too.
were the ones that donated the most. I'm going to do the rest of the people that donated on smaller rocks going all the way around. The whole front of the tank will eventually be wrapped with the fake rock.
Oh, okay. Are you making these fake rocks yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Show you. Here's
You wouldn't believe the size of this in person. I mean, it's enormous. These are 2 huge logs.
Here's a couple of the fake rocks.
Okay.
And then it's just gray paint. And then I'm going to use a paint pen to write their names on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. A little foam and some knife work or something, I take it?
It's just a steak knife.
Yep, a steak knife. There we go.
And then you just place them on there so that it covers the wood. And
Yeah, that'll look cool when it's all done all the way around.
I got to cut this down, though, because that is too tall.
I agree. Yep. Yep. You're blocking some of your viewing panel, and I mean that's why you were able to do this whole thing is that you had that 300 bust on you, and then you or the seam fail, and then yeah, you're able to do this stuff, and he's got more plans. So if you haven't checked out Chris at Multi Tank Addiction, please make sure you do so.
And we got a Nubius, Java Fern, Amazon source. There's corkscrew valve in the back, but I think they pretty much destroyed that.
Yeah, I've had some trouble before with Val, and I recently got some from Ian Atkins Nature Aquariums.
Yeah.
He's got a channel, and that stuff seems to be taking off. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, Kay's has really good broadleaf, like a straight.
Yeah, I think that's what this
house
is.
area.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking the leaves are wide as your thumb or wider, and it's really thick. My son put that in his 150, and it covered the whole back of the tank.
Oh, I bet that looks
like
awesome.
2 months, so
Awesome.
yeah. Pretty soon there'll be a peacock bass in the fish room.
Oh, peacock bass, huh?
Yeah, he's got the smallest species of peacock bass. Only gets to 13 inches.
Only 13. Well, I mean, that's small for a peacock bass, but
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Most of them get 3 feet long.
oh yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah.
13 inches is about
Yeah.
the size of an Oscar or a Midas cichlid.
I imagine they grow quickly too.
Yeah, and that one's 5 years old, so it's an adult.
Oh, okay. Very cool. And that's going in here?
Oh Lord, no! Everything in there would die, including the angelfish.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
It would eat them. It would eat everything.
Yeah.
It eats whole pumpkin seeds and
Oh wow.
sunfish.
Oh, that's
Babies or young sunfish, the size of those severum. It'll eat them whole. So yeah, no.
yeah.
It's going to be in its own tank. It'll probably be a 40 breeder for the time being. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've got plans. That one tank that I told you about earlier, the 1,000-gallon one, that one's going to be Amazon monsters.
Nice. Oh,
So
okay. Yep.
it'll have peacock bass and littoral stingrays and silver arowanas.
Yeah, I would love to do the stingray thing someday.
At $800 a pop, it's not easy.
No, and then you gotta, yeah, like you said, have the tank for it.
You gotta have a huge footprint.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'm one of those people that would want to cover the bottom in like 2 inches of sand too. So
Yep.
'cause
Oh,
I
yeah.
want those stingrays to be able to do what they naturally do, which is hide in the sand.
Oh yeah. I much prefer a stingray tank with sand in the bottom than just a bare bottom.
Or like a tank that should have 500 pounds of sand in it, and it's got like 50. You know, the sand doesn't even cover the whole bottom because the stingrays move it,
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
then there's this bare spot.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you're gonna have to put a lot of sand in there to avoid that, but it can be done.
That's the plan,
Nice.
and it's going to be closer to the ground than that thing too. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have to use a. If something dies in there, I have to leave it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you have like some those little mechanical arms or something to
Nope.
get down there or what? Because yeah, getting to the bottom of this tank, you know, I mean,
I
the
actually
tank,
have to
the
dip
top of the
my
tank
head.
is 5 feet high, and then it's a good 3 feet down to the bottom. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah.
I
Yeah.
actually have to dip my head underwater to be able to lean over the side to
That's
get to the bottom of the tank.
funny, man. You need a snorkel.
Yeah, give me one of these air pumps and hook it up to it.
There we go.
Stick a tube in my mouth and just go, I guess. But yeah, no, I can't reach the bottom with water in it, so that's why you will see some of those Java ferns floating around.
Yeah.
They've plucked them out of their little holding spots in the plants,
Mhm.
in the logs, and I let them float.
Yeah, they'll do fine there. You could always tie them to some of these smaller sticks at the top. Sometimes I've just used zip ties, and then you know once if the plant establishes there, you can snap off that zip tie real easy, and you're
That's
good
what
to
I'm
go.
hoping for. Is eventually it'll float into the branches in the background and get stuck, and then it'll be able to
Yeah, just kind of
send
naturally
roots
do
up.
its thing.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I mean that happens in the wild.
Oh yeah, that's how Java fern will propagate. Is it creates those little babies at the end of their leaves when they're stressed, and then they snap off and they float down the river and land somewhere else.
And that's what I want to happen here. This is supposed to be a cutout of the river.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think you've done a wonderful job. Thank you so much for having me over here and letting me film this and share this with my audience.
I'm so glad you came.
Yeah, it's cool to be here and yeah, share this wonderful hobby with somebody else. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, folks. Check out Chris with Multi-Tank Addiction. If you haven't subscribed here, please consider doing so. And we'll talk to you later.